Yes. Yeah.
But like the comparison, like with me and some of the other guys.
So that'd be something neat to see. The Heritage Centers.
The Pirates playing in Williams.
Welcome back to the third period. Now this is something that
is near and dear to our hearts.
Absolutely. Is NHL Hitz 2003 a better game? The best hockey game ever? And how many times did we play this throughout the nights?
I think I need to explain why this is the third period.
Go ahead.
I stumbled over some videos from a guy on YouTube called Nasher. He's a roller hockey guy, I think you said, right?
I did watch. I think he plays both ice and roller. I've seen more of his roller stuff than ice, but yeah, he
I know he's out of Ohio.
He plays hockey. Pretty much, he plays hockey. Let's put it that way.
I know he's out of Ohio, and I was looking up NHL Hitz because I've had the itch to play it for like a year now, and I don't have a PS2, and Sony's not backwards compatible with anything, so I can't just buy it and throw it on my PS3 or PS4.
I have it for the GameCube. Well,
I know you do.
I have 02 and Pro, but I don't have 03 because I think that's one of the hardest ones for me to get. I think that's why I don't have it.
Go ahead.
But I think that's one of the reasons why I don't have it, or I would have it. I would if I actually could.
This is the one we played the most, is 03.
Yes, we did play this the most, even outside.
But I mean, if you look at the scores for all three of them, in rankings, 03 has the best rankings out of all three of them between 2002, 2003, and Hitz Pro. But Nasher made a good point in that it's fun to play. It's not trying to be a simulation. It's just trying to be a fun hockey game. Sometimes it's all you need.
It was fun. That's the thing. It was fun. Those games were fun. It was like, what was it, Blitz for the NFL?
Well, Midway was behind it, so yeah. I mean, Midway. Yeah. I mean, this whole Midway sports thing technically starts with NBA Jam, but the games we played, like Red Card and what was the MLB one? And I'm blanking on that now.
Yeah, I'm blanking on it too.
Oh, what was it called? It was MLB something. Anyway.
Really? It's called MLB something? You don't
It's going to bother me, but I'm not going to take the time to look it up. Slugfest. MLB Slugfest.
There you go. As soon as you said it, it popped up on my screen. But no, Hitz, I mean, we played constantly. I mean, that was something we played for hours on end.
And not just for the peer-to-peer playing in person. I think franchise mode in that game was absolutely awesome.
What, you can create the teams?
You can create the teams. You create, you pick a logo.
Create your player.
Create your player. You earn better gear throughout the franchise mode. You work your way from the absolute bottom in front of like a couple dozen people in a small rink to playing in a huge arena in the NHL. It made you want to keep playing in a way that a lot of today's games don't suck you in.
And the fact that it was actually fun. It wasn't just we played, let's move on. It was, you can pick, when you did one-on-ones, you could pick different arenas. Different teams of, oh my goodness, how many different teams could you pick from NHL or from Hitz 03?
And one thing that was driving me out of my mind watching Nasher's gameplay video where he's actually playing a full game, and this maybe tells you how we were with the game, is he wasn't doing any one-timers to score. Whereas me and you, our whole game would just be firing one-timers off and scoring.
Pretty much. And hits, of course,
Oh, the big hits, yeah.
You kicked my ass in fights. You did. You kicked my ass in fights.
And then you had the extra games. What are they called?
what were they called?
Where you had 3 for 3 and King of the Rink and a shootout and
Something
mini
like that.
games. You had all these mini games that were just as fun to play and just like we spent hours doing shootouts just for the hell of it. Like,
Yes, we did.
and you're right, and you had it for both GameCube and the PlayStation.
At one point, I did.
And we would hook it up outside on your parents' patio and play it on the TV outside.
Yep.
What are you guys doing? Playing hits. Two in the morning, lightning bugs all around us, and we're just playing.
We're still sitting outside playing hits.
And my absolute favorite game we played, and it wasn't even me and you playing. It was me and our old friend Josh playing. And I can literally tell you where we all were sitting that night as we were playing. Because I was on the chair in the basement. It was it was you, Josh, and Travis, our other old friend, on the couch. And we were playing 1 minute periods.
Oh.
And we were almost an hour and a half into me and Josh playing against each other because we just constantly kept tying. We had to
several overtimes.
I don't know how many overtimes we had, but we were for sure like an hour and 20 into a 1 minute period game.
There was several overtimes.
When it was over, you guys cheered more because it was finally over than because either one of us won. You guys were just so ready for it to be over.
It just kept going and going and going and going. Oh my god! I wish, looking back now, imagine if we kept the stats for that.
Looking back now, imagine if we had smartphones and recorded that.
Oh.
Because we were on, all four of us were on the edge of our seats playing that. As soon as one of us would score, we'd cheer, and then the next one would score, and it was just back and forth. That's what made the game fun.
And the fact that it didn't matter, like, penalties-wise, is like, what's the point? It was just go, go, go. Long passes, put the players, you hit a player through the glass, and they just come back on and continue.
I mean, it's the kind of game that hockey needs now because it's the kind of game that a casual fan can get sucked into.
I mean, I know now with the newer games from EA where they have be a pro mode where you only control you. That's all you control. You don't control anybody else on the team. You control you, and you work your way up through. You go work
basically
your way up through the
like
minors.
Road to the Show and MLB The Show.
Pretty much. I mean, you have that. You have, I think, on the one I have, which is, I think, NHL 20. Is it 20 or 22? I forget. But either way, they have different game modes where you can do. It's 3 players, but it's all one. It's all one-on-one-on-one.
Okay.
So it's not like you have another teammate to pass to, or you have 2 players that are going up against you that you got to defend off of and try to score. And then they have like 3-on-3, which I think they tried to get something similar to Hitz, where there's no penalties, just a penalty shot. Sort of like, what was it, 3 Ice? I think it was this.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, I think it was similar to 3 Ice, if anybody else sees that, which we almost had a chance to go see, which I wish we did.
Yeah, because we could have got really good seats.
Right? Hopefully next year they come to Hershey and we can, get tickets for it, because I think that'd be cool to see. But it's just 3-on-3 hockey is what it was, and each penalty, I believe, was a penalty shot. And that's the same way with this, where it was 3-on-3 in the EA Sports series. But Hitz was just rarely any penalties at all, if any. It was just mainly balls to the walls, and it was like balls to the walls, go. I think penalties they consider like offsides, but I think we took that off.
I don't even think there were offsides in the game. I don't even think there was an option to take it off. I just think it didn't exist.
I'm thinking, I might be thinking of Pro that they had the offsides with.
Well, and you know what? Let's jump into Pro. I think Pro was a stumble.
I think they tried to go more of a hockey style than an actual like 3-on-3. Like they did 5-on-5 for Pro, but I don't know. 3-on-3 was always fun, just because of what it was.
So that was the same. I think in general, Midway tried to make their games because they did it with Blitz too. They did Blitz Pro the same year they did Hitz Pro. I think they were trying to appeal to a more serious sports gamer at the time, not realizing that the reason people like Midway sports games is because anyone can play them and they're fun to play.
Exactly.
And I think that's missing big time in sports games right now. Everyone's trying to get the most on-field, on-TV accurate game that you can play. Like Madden is a big one, and I know a lot of people like Madden. You couldn't pay me to play Madden because it's not fun to me. If I'm going to play a sports game that isn't a baseball game, I just want to be able to pick up and play.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that Midway, to me, even 02 was good. I mean, I enjoyed playing 02. I mean, yes, 03 was better, but I enjoyed playing 02.
Okay, I think we got to talk about something with Hitz 02 and you.
What?
Did you or did you not have a team where every player was named Pecker?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Pecker gets it off.
Pecker scores.
Pecker got him in the 5-hole. Pecker gets one off.
I mean, yes. I mean, the sad part is we all cried laughing so hard just because of all of this.
Let's not act like we were our ages now, which we would still laugh at it now.
Exactly, we would.
A good dick or fart joke can crack me up to no end.
Exactly, but no, I did create a team of all Pecker, and we did laugh our asses off with it through and through. And everybody who, I mean, we actually had a crowd in my parents' basement playing this, and playing the team as Pecker was. Everybody was crying of laughter of this. And it was just but no, yes, that I did have a team. I did create that everybody's name on the team was Pecker, even the goalie. Yep, I did.
Pecker blocks a hard one. That's another thing about these games. The play-by-play guy is spectacular.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, especially during the loading screens. Especially during loading screens, they crack jokes between when you hit start play and when the game actually starts. It actually cracks some jokes.
Yes.
But no, yes, I agree. The play-by-play, holy crap, was one of the best. It just, yes, 100%. Especially, of course, though, when you have every player named Pecker, it just makes it even 10 times better, just because of how hilarious it is.
Remember in 03, one of the names you could choose from was Dag? And our minds were blown that we could choose that for my created character?
Yes. Yes. Yep. Well, think about it. What are the chances of something close to a name of ours? Just close.
No, they didn't have Jason, but they had Dag, so I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, you would think they'd have Jason, but I guess not. But no, that was no. Even to this day, I probably would still do it. Name every player Pecker and play.
I gotta be honest. I search for a reasonably priced used PlayStation 2. Just so I can buy these games.
Oh no!
I half-heartedly want to get some of the wrestling games for the PS2, but it's really just to play Hitz.
I mean, I have Hitz 02 and Pro for the GameCube, and
if we didn't have kids, we would spend a Saturday night playing that right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, hell, we'd probably, you know what? That'd probably be a hell of an episode. Us playing hits.
Doing a live stream on YouTube.
Something.
We would have to figure out how to connect the video of us playing to YouTube while they can watch us.
Yeah, we would have to figure something out.
I know that can be done. We would just have to figure out how to do it.
Well, we have time. We can figure it out. We'll get it working. We'll get it going. We will figure it out one way or another. Yes, that's something we should work on. We should work on doing that. There you go. That's our homework assignment. But no, Hitz series was a fantastic series. I mean, 2 was good. 03, I think, was better than any.
I think 03
of them.
was the best. Yeah.
I mean, 02 set it off to where, like, oh, this is interesting. This is neat. This is different. And then 03 just kind of, oh, wow. They added, and the thing is that when sports games add something, like today, all they add was maybe an updated graphics, an updated engine, and maybe some features.
They're lazy with it now.
Very little. Where this had a whole bunch of different things that you could do.
We need a video game. We need a company to release fun sports games again.
I mean, Hitz just kind of just set the tone for different and always entertaining. That it wasn't just the same old. It was always entertaining. It always kept you playing.
Okay, so
me and you would play for hours. Me and you would.
Me and you, our old friends. I mean, this was a weekly thing. This would be Friday night and Saturday night. We'd get pizza or wings, or we'd go do Chinese buffet. We'd come back, and we would play Hitz.
Chips and salsa. We'd have chips and salsa there.
Remember when your dad got the original big screen, and we played it on the big screen with surround sound?
We lost our minds. We lost our minds playing that just because of what it was. Holy yes. Oh man, we lost our minds just because. Holy crap! It's a big screen. And we 2, 3 in the morning. Probably on average.
When your dad first hooked up the surround sound in the basement. And he had that hooked up all the way around the basement. And we were playing pool, and you had a random center ice game on. And you were lining up for a shot, and you stopped. And you're like, did you hear that? I could hear the hit right by my ear where I'm standing.
Well, at the time, I mean, surround sounds were just coming out.
They were expensive.
Yes, they were. You know,
God,
when Jason said lining up for a shot, my parents had a pool table in the basement. And
I said you were playing pool.
Did you? I kind of maybe missed that. Because I was just thinking in my head.
He wasn't lining up shots or doing a line of coke, for the record. He was playing pool. And not the pocket kind. So the successor to Midway is Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So they should be the ones that have the rights to Hitz and Blitz and Slugfest and Red Card and NBA. Oh no, I guess NBA Jam's owned by someone else.
Remake. Do a remake.
Let's make it happen. We need someone to bring back fun sports games. And I will say, not taking anything away from Bush Hockey League, it's a fun game and it kind of fills that void a little bit. The gameplay is a little sluggish, though.
You know, a game that I actually enjoyed playing, even in the
Blast
arcade.
Lacrosse. Oh,
well, that too. I did enjoy that. NHL 2-on-2 Open Ice.
Well, that would be the predecessor, wouldn't it? Because it was NBA Jam, and then it was 2-on-2 Open Ice.
It came to PlayStation 96.
Because I know it was I know it was in the arcades in '95, but I mean, you wouldn't have that if NBA Jam wasn't so
Oh yeah,
popular.
I mean NBA Jam set the tone for it. But yeah, the arcade hit in '95, and then PlayStation got it in '96.
The only thing I don't like about that is going back and playing it now. The controls are nowhere near as fluid as
Well,
what hit.
look what you have. A good amount of years difference there. I mean, even hits, even the graphics on hits were still good. I mean, even for its time, it was still fluent.
Yeah.
I mean, now you play it compared to, the NHL ones now from EA Sports, and it's, of course, it's not going to be what it is today, but still, I honestly, if I had '03, I would be playing it on a regular basis. Hell, like I said, we'd be trying to do a live stream of it. I don't know. I just think that was one of the
Hey, I
better
found one.
ones. What?
Found one on eBay.
How much?
$4.99.
What's the condition?
It's listed as good. I just sent you the link.
All right, 550.
Are you placing a bid?
Well, no, that's what currently bid is now. It's 550.
Let me see if I can find any with free shipping. Hold on. Ooh, $30 free shipping.
Ugh, nope. I'm sorry, that's not worth it.
25 free shipping, but no manual.
Oh, you really don't need a manual. Still $25 for something that's from '03. Almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah, but you're buying the nostalgia. That's what you.
Yeah, you are, but still, I'm cheap.
Well, that's why I sent you that $4.99 one with the $6 shipping. It's $11.
Damn you. Damn you.
Sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh man, yeah, '03. Oh, the wings, the pizzas we'd get, but for playing this.
Old Bay and garlic all the time. From 4th Street Station.
I thought we also got barbecue with it too.
I think
we got about 3 dozen. You got the garlic. I got the Old Bay and barbecue.
Now, see, I think we would just kind of set them out and.
Oh yeah,
we'd
set them out. Yeah, we would set them out. We'd get about 3 dozen and just pick what we wanted, and that was it. And just go with it. That's what we always did.
Yeah, had a lot of good times.
We always get a bunch of wings or pizzas, normally wings.
Chips and salsa. Always had chips and salsa. Always had a case of Mountain Dew.
Well, of course.
Oh, okay. So,
or the Mr. Green.
Or the Mr. Green. One of my favorite stories with you.
Oh God.
Your mom bought you that Mountain Dew mug that was meant to go in the freezer.
Yes,
so you
that
could have
Flyers
ice cold.
It was a Flyers.
You could have. Oh, was it a Flyers Mountain Dew mug? I didn't remember.
It was a Flyers mug that you put it in the freezer. It was meant for the freezer. And it broke.
What happened?
In the freezer. It broke in the freezer. It's like it was designed to go in the freezer. But it broke in the freezer. I still used it. It just, I had to put ice in it to keep it cold, but still. It's just funny how it was meant for the freezer and it broke in the freezer.
Okay, so no one is gonna get this but you.
This is scary.
Is my face red? Guys, is my face red?
Oh, that was bad.
What one of our buddies could
not
not hold
his
his
drink.
liquor.
No. And here I am mixing drinks,
Liquor hardly knew her anyway.
right? Here we are now. We were old enough at the time. We were old enough to drink at the time. Well, except you, but you didn't drink to begin with.
I did that night because I wasn't straight edge yet.
Oh, weren't you?
No, none. This story was like New Year's Eve going into 2003. None of us were.
Was it 2000?
Yeah, because it was right. It was right before he went into the Navy.
I can't remember much.
This
I'm
is why
shocked you
I'm
can
around.
remember
I am the friendship historian.
Yeah, you are apparently. I mean, I remember that night vaguely.
He slept on the pool table.
Who did? Did I?
No, Travis did.
Oh, again.
He also
you're the
tripped
historian.
over. He also tripped over the controller wires to the PS2 and pulled the PS2 out of the entertainment center.
Yeah, I almost killed him for that.
I know.
Yeah, you almost died that night for that.
No, not that night. The next day.
Fun time.
We had a lot of good moments in that basement.
Yes, long nights. long nights.
Well, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
I highly recommend if you've never played it and you still happen to have a PlayStation or an original Xbox or a GameCube or even a Wii because it plays on the Wii. 'Cause I think that's how you play it.
yes, that's how I have it. I have it for the Wii.
I highly recommend
it's
at
a
least
GameCube
trying
disc. It's a GameCube disc, but I have it for the Wii. Yes, no, I highly recommend it. It was fun. So on that note, let the historian rest.
it.
That's the end of the third. You know what? We should get jerseys named Pecker.
No, Jesus. We can't wear them anywhere. Actually, there is a minor league baseball team, I want to say, in the Carolinas who are the Woodpeckers, and they did faux back jerseys this year that were reminiscent of the Houston Astros Tequila Sunrise uniforms, and it just said Peckers on the chest. You're looking that up, aren't you?
Yep.
Fayetteville Woodpeckers.
Yep.
Let's see if it is still in their shop.
I am just looking up images on Google just to see. Yep, Pecker. It almost looks like an old style Houston Astros jersey.
Yep.
It just says Pecker. Pecker's right across the front. I would buy that just to have it. I don't care if I ever wear it. I will wear it. If I wear it out, I will wear it proudly. And see how many people that just kind of like, excuse me, like it's baseball.
We really need fun sports video games again.
Yes, we do. That are not so complicated to play, and also like really it's the same.
Not
thing
trying
over
to
and over
be
again.
absolutely perfect to what you see on TV or in person.
Yeah, I mean they're called games for a reason. They're called video games for a reason. No, not like it's a big thing in the world. Yes, I know there's video leagues, esports out there, but still.
Sometimes I just want to hang out with my friends and play video games for the hell of it.
Yes. Old stories. Get some wings if they're not so
Old-time video games.
Old-time hockey. Yes.
All right, let's knock out some plugs here quick. You can catch me monthly on the Philly Baseball Together podcast with my co-host Tori. We literally just recorded that today on my lunch break.
Busy.
Yeah, that should be up probably within the next few days, maybe even when this drops on Sunday. But you can find us. We talk about the month ahead, how we think the rest of the season is going to play out, who we think the unsung hero of the team is, and if we think Rob Thompson is going to be the manager of the year. You can also catch me on the off weeks of this show on the Rock and Randy's podcast, where myself and the other moderators of the Rock and Randy's Pro Wrestling Outlaw Facebook group bring our admin chat to life for you, the listener. Our first episode dropped last Saturday. It is entitled Off the Rails because we had absolutely no format like morons, and that's my fault.
Come on now.
And really, it's an hour and a half of us just trying to make each other laugh. We talk a little bit about CM Punk and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega's fight backstage at All Out. We talk about some things that I am not going to put in this plug, but I highly recommend if you are a wrestling fan or you're in any of those groups that we are in, it's worth a listen. We definitely will make you laugh. And I got to give a shout out to Albert. That dude is the man of 1,000 voices. We say that in our admin chat. We say it in the show. David, this guy can impersonate almost everyone.
That's
in
scary.
One episode,
Scary.
In one episode, he impersonated Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Bret Hart's dad, Stu Hart, Michael Caine,
Jeez.
Red Fox, Johnny Carson, and Vince McMahon, and they all were spot on.
Okay, now that would be fun to have like a full conversation. One person having.
He was doing it.
Oh, jeez.
So the intro, before I even put the music in the show, it's him explaining how he can go from Stu Hart to Bret Hart, and he made himself laugh impersonating Bret Hart.
That's
the
ridiculous.
dude is fantastic.
Oh, jeez.
And he's a high school teacher, so he has to be entertaining to get the kids interested in things.
Oh, that'd be interesting to. I'm imagining a teacher that just does that just randomly.
So next episode we'll have a format. We actually have a format written. So next Friday when we record, we have some topics to discuss. We had a lot of fun doing it. We've been talking about it for almost a year now, so I'm glad we pulled the plug on it. And you can find the Rock and Randy's podcast wherever you get your podcasts. The A Show is back with their fall season. You can find our friend Matt and his co-host Chris on the A Show, where they have two guests. They draft and book a wrestling match within the parameters given on each show. You can find the A Show on CKCC Radio, wherever else you get your podcasts. Also, you can find me on a guest spot on Broken Kayfabe. Frankie's an absolute sweetheart of a guy doing the scholarship to bring people to the CWF Legends Fan Fest. I don't know when episode 2 is going to drop of my guest shot on there, but if you want to hear me and a bunch of other guys who are admins also on the Rock and Randy's podcast talk about fast food, go ahead. You can find Broken Kayfabe wherever you get your podcasts. I think that's it for plugs. We had a lot this time.
Breathe.
I can breathe. And if you're still listening, thank you for joining us for episode 54 of the Not Another Sports Podcast. You can find us online through our link tree on the description of the show and on our YouTube page. From there, that'll take you to all our social media pages. That'll take you to our creator store. Go ahead, buy a shirt. I think we've had some sales since we put the new ones up. Glad people are digging the NASCAR parody shirt and the front office's Kill fan bases shirts. Am I missing anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, not that you're aware of. You can fund. Go ahead.
Sanity. Our sanity for it.
Dude. With that, the Another Sports Podcast is available for streaming or download at Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Amazon Music, Audible, and Tune In, and wherever else you get your podcast. We're on just a ton of services now.
Yes, we are.
The hustle is strong. So please, when you listen, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We've been getting a lot of ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple. greatly
have.
appreciate everyone who is taking the
Yes, thank
time
you.
to give us a 5-star review. The people in Apple who've actually written reviews, we super appreciate. We appreciate everyone who listens, comments.
Thank you so much.
You guys, I mean, we're just two idiots talking about sports like we did in David's basement while we played NHL Hitz.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, nothing's really changed in our lives. But we appreciate everyone who takes time to listen to us. It means a lot. With that, I'm Jason.
I'm David.
And we will talk with you next time.
Have a good one.